right, so most of y'all know me, most of y'all don't know me actually. So I've been going to Crossroads since 7th grade. I've been in youth group for a long time with Mr. Jones over there, and we got a close group of guys that we've been all doing youth group with every single Sunday. And it wasn't until last year, my mid-junior year, that I actually sort of left North Carolina, went up to a military school in Virginia. So to start off, I haven't been the most respectful kid in my house my entire life. I was like disrespectful to my parents, fighting a lot, you know. I was definitely a troublemaker as well sometimes. So definitely a lot of struggles I've been through, not only in my house, but with some friends too. So me and my parents made the decision that it would be best for me to go to this military school in Virginia. So it wasn't because I necessarily had to, but I definitely needed more growth, more challenging opportunities in my life as well. So I went to military school, and it was like nothing I've ever done before. But I'd like to start off with my life verse. My life verse is Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways submit to Him. He will make your path straight. So when you don't know what the future holds for you, you don't know why some things happen in your life. A lot of things happen in your life and you don't know why they happen. God has a reason for all of that. You're not going to see it immediately, and you might not ever see it, but there's a lot of puzzle pieces that God has to fit together. And He has to show people, He has to show you. He's going to reveal a lot of things in your life, but you're not going to notice all of it right up. It might not make sense either. So that's my life verse. So I got to my military school, pulled in. This is mid my junior year, so second semester. Went up to my room, and there's this kid named Lucas Lopez. Now Lopez was this little Brazilian guy, and he started banging on my door. He's like, "Why are you here? Why are you here?" And he started like, cussing me out, and I was like, "What in the world is this school? Like, what have I just walked into?" And I will never forget Lopez from that day. But I met my roommate. His name is Upchurch. Me and him will be friends for life. But yeah, a lot of crazy experiences. The first night I got there, some kid was throwing out stuff out his window and hit some guys on this thing called the bull ring. So if you don't know, the bull ring in my school, if you get in trouble, you gotta walk around a square for an hour, and you get these things called tours. So depending on what you did, you can get tours, you get in trouble. So kids are throwing stuff out windows, and they call all Bravo company down to the bull ring for PT. And that's when I met Sergeant Blevins. Sergeant Blevins at the time, at that first night, I was really scared of him. I was like, well, what is this guy doing? So we're all in, he says, front leading reverse position, move, and we're all doing push-ups, cherry pickers for an hour. He's smoking us. And I'm like, what school did I just go to? Because when the sales guys at Hargrave pitched this school as, oh, it's not a reform school, it's a challenging school, but it's academically challenging, it's good for kids, you know, brings them up, builds them into a man of character. And it most certainly does, but it was not what I imagined. So we get to that school, we're doing that, but Sergeant Blevins turned out to be one of the best mentors that I've ever had in my life. I still keep in contact with him every day, and I've called him a lot. Anything I've needed, he's always been there for me. But I didn't see that at the time. There's a lot of things that you will not see in some situations, but God will reveal things to you. I can promise you that. So over time, I was like, is God punishing me? Why am I here? I don't deserve this. God was not punishing me. This is all part of the plan. God gave me harder. And throughout that, I actually went to leadership school, went to OCS. I graduated, and I, as a cadet, first lieutenant, now commanded over 180 cadets at the school, and I've done a lot of things. I've completed challenges like Eye of the Tiger, which was a 50-hour grueling physical, emotional, mental endurance test, similar to the Marine Corps Crucible. But I saw God in that a lot too. I saw Him pushing me every step of the way of that journey. That was not easy. That sucked. But through me and my boys crawling in the mud, we're motivating each other, we're praying over each other. It was a really powerful moment. It was very powerful. Now, pressure back at home. My parents, you love me. You want what's best for me. And my mom, you've always been there for me. My dad, my sister, you guys have always been there for me, no matter what. And as a teenage guy, I'd never fully understood that sometimes, and I would definitely wrestle with you about everything, especially when it came to college. I felt the pressure of y'all definitely wanting me to go to college, and I did not want to go to college. It was me sort of rebelling against them in a sense. So I definitely had a fire in me for entrepreneurship, and I love business. I loved my pressure washing business that I had. And I know we didn't always agree on things, but yeah, in the confusion, I said, God, what do you want from me? What's your plan for me? What do I need to do? I don't see my future the way you see it right now. I don't know what's going on. So then I look back to Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a hope and a future. Growing through it, not just going through it. One of the most important things my chaplain at Hargrave has ever said to me was, you do not go through things, you grow through things. Now, what does this mean? It's true. You don't become strong by just easy times. All right? If everything in life was a given and nothing was hard, you'd never grow. Plain and simple. Diamonds do not get forged without immense amounts of heat, pressure. You don't gain muscle without tearing it in the weight room. And you don't grow your faith without trials. It's just not going to happen. God wasn't breaking me. He was just building me the entire time. He was changing my character through pain, as he does with many of you. Not only that, but remember this verse. But we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance. And endurance produces character. Character produces hope. Romans 5:3-4. So I wanted to go over real quickly, as I've been talking about the cycles of strength and struggle. Here's a quote that has become a theme in my life, but also help me make sense of some things. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. This is a cycle that repeats itself throughout history. God puts us through hard times to form the kind of strength that can handle his blessing. If you are in a hard time, do not run from it. Ask, what is he trying to do to grow me? Romans 8:28. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good. Serving when no one's watching. This is a big one, guys. Let's be honest, serving God does not always look impressive. There's a lot of times in our life where it's lonely, it's quiet, it's painful. It's doing the right thing when no one's watching. You have to have integrity with your faith. That's not easy in today's world at all. Right? There was this kid in my school. I'm not going to say his name. But this kid always appeared, he came up to me as if he was so joyful. He was a troublemaker, but he was a funny guy. Had a lot of friends. Didn't seem like anything was wrong in his life. Until he came to me one night at midnight, banging on my door crying. He said he was suicidal. He said, my life is not at all what I portray it to be. And I was in shock and disbelief, and I was tired, but I talked to him for about 2 hours. I was praying over him, praying with him. He didn't know what he wanted to do with his life because college was coming across the corner. His parents couldn't afford it. He wanted to do aviation, but his parents couldn't afford it. He didn't know what to do. He didn't want to go in the military, but he might have to. He was lost. He was broken. A lot of us are lost. A lot of us are broken. A lot of us try to hide it behind a mask. Ultimately, there are times when you just have to let it out. You have to tell someone, your best friend, someone you trust. There's times like that, and that was a time for him. I helped give him the reassurance he needed, but ultimately that's up to God. Everything works in God's plan, in God's timing. Don't underestimate God's timing. Not only did I talk with this guy, there was Eye of the Tiger. So we were out in the back 40 area of my school, so it's just the woods. It's 2 a.m., and we're all tired, and it's Friday night. It was just us in the mud, and we were crawling, doing exercises. And and we all wanted to quit. It sucked really bad. But I felt God in that night. That night I really did feel God. I felt God moving through me and through other people as well. We were motivating each other, telling each other we're going to get through this and the pain will be over in just 40 hours. That's power for me. So let me ask you a few questions that you should self-reflect upon. What trial are you in right now that God might be using to grow you? What's something that you're growing through that God is using in your life? What are you trying to stay in control of instead of surrendering? There's a lot of things that we try to control as humans. Well, let's be honest. You can't control everything. And you have to give to God. You have to give to your friends, your family. You can't hold everything in. Who are you around that can help you build grit, determination, growth in God and in life? People who you surround yourself with ultimately shape, mold, and grow your character into who you are. So the people you surround yourself with need to be good people that you want in your life. Trying life on your own, you'll find you think it's freedom, you think it's rewarding, you think it's easy, but it's not. You do not have to be a perfect person. Nobody's a perfect person. You just have to surrender it to God. Romans 5-8. But God shows us his love for in that while we were still in sin, Christ died for us. While we were still sinners, Christ still died for us. Jesus does not come to those who have it together. He comes to the tired, the brokenhearted, the people who need most. Church can be like a hospital. My final charge and message to you is, don't waste your pain. Don't do life alone. Hope God will be there for you and lean on him in everything that you do. God is not trying to crush you, no matter what it seems like, no matter what you're going through. I can promise you, God is not trying to crush you. He's not trying to break you down. He's just building you and creating something new that you did not know you had. So don't just go through it. I challenge you to grow through things. Trust his pain, surrender with courage and grit, and don't give up. Not now, or forever. Thank you very much for my sermon. Thank you very much.